What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Before this video starts, I just wanted to quickly let you guys know this was a live stream that I recorded on the channel, but somehow the audio got messed up while I was live streaming. And obviously, since I'm live streaming, I had no clue. So just re-uploading this video. Hopefully the audio, I was able to match up the best that I could. Thank you guys and enjoy. Hey my friends, so here we are. This is the finale of actually season 1 of The Wolf Among Us, or part 1, or The Wolf Among Us 1, whatever you want to call it. This is just the first part of The Wolf Among Us. We're obviously all excited for part 2, even though Telltale is being very discreet about it. I'm not gonna say discreet because they told everyone about it, but they're being very mum. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. They're not telling us much about it, but at least for what we know now, this is going to be the end of the first chapter of Bigby's story, as well as the Fables in Fabletown. So let's jump right into another episode.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it.
Slenderman, I cannot wait.
No.
I hope that's a good enough answer. I cannot
Holly's
wait.
sister.
This game is amazing.
Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree.
No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
The rules are the rules. I don't get to make them, I just enforce them.
Bullshit.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Okay, so here we are. We are in, I guess no pun intended, we are in the Lion's Den. We are facing the Crooked Man. We are facing all of his allies. We're facing, in a lot of ways, we're facing the real Fabletown. This is the real underworkings of the Fabletown. The whole time that we thought we were in charge, the truth of the matter is the Crooked Man was really in charge. So the sheriff is in town. Let's see what he's gonna do, or better yet, let's see what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be exciting. Let's go. But once again, I'll give my review towards the end of the game, but just the ambiance, the art direction, the story, the
You've come a long way.
fables, everything about this has been dope.
You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster, sirloin. Well, Gramercy me, take a seat at the
I
very
feel like
least.
this is going to be more of a logical battle.
No?
because we pretty much fought everybody here hand to hand except for the Crooked Man.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery? Kidnapping? Extortion? Murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected
Because literally
man.
everyone around you has been caught at every scene of the
to take
crime,
your shots at
and they all work for you.
You're right that there's a conspiracy, but you're the one behind it.
I have no need for treachery, Bigby. I do everything right out in the open. But I can understand the confusion, and I am truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't.
I bet you they're
going to
say it's one of the dumb brother that I probably shouldn't have
bit
killed.
of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
Tweedledee,
And this is why the Crooked Man
I'm the
is,
law
like,
here,
obviously
not
guilty.
you. Now tell me who did it.
Or what? You gonna kill me too? Well, go ahead. You think I give a shit anymore? After what you did?
That's enough. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter
It's a
if you don't
scapegoat.
mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
You
Even
should've
though
just given me
he
over
might have
fucking
done
belonged.
it,
Georgie.
he's not.
Why'd you
he's
do
not
it?
behind it.
Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your
Yup, he's a
protection
scapegoat.
has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And
You
then
told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Take this fucker. Take all of them. I didn't fucking
Don't
start
make
this.
any trouble, Georgie.
Are you seriously throwing me under the fucking carriage?
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get
are?
the fuck out of here.
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're gonna make sure we all go down this shitter with you?
I told you.
I'm just gonna let him keep talking. He's telling me everything.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
There it is. So I knew he was gonna play his card eventually. It's just a matter of waiting him out. And the rematch we've all been waiting for.
Did I miss
if
anything?
If I can beat
good?
her, I beat him. Who else can go toe to toe with Bigby physically?
Fixed up.
And then Georgie of all people is gonna snake me after they try to throw him under the bus. Like, I've beaten each one of these guys. I literally. I mean,
here.
It's a good thing there's only one of the dumb brothers.
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Ooh, okay, Bigby. I did not choose to do that, but Bigby made it happen.
This way.
Jeez, Bigby, he's down already. I wonder if that's just like the way that played out was based off of how aggressive I was there. Neither here nor there. Neither here nor there.
Come on, Georgie. Oh, shit.
I know.
Assuming that meter means I can't mess up. This is an actual chase. Like if I lose this chase, you come too far. Bigby has a third-tummy toe in something.
that?
Oh, okay, Bigby. Oh, the crooked man. I didn't even know that was him. I would have went after him, to be honest.
No! Ah!
Take him off!
I can't!
I'm about to take the steering wheel. Come on, Bigby. Come on, Bigby. I've seen you take shotgun shells to the chest, bro. This is nothing for you.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
I wonder if I could have went neutral there and actually took the car head up.
Come on.
Fuck it.
Was Georgie a regular human? Hold on. I know this is like the worst time to do this, but I don't think we ever looked at Georgie's biography. Georgie runs a Pudding and Pie, a strip club that also caters to the unmentionable desires of Fabletown citizen. He has tried just about everything there is to try in pursuit of worldly pleasures, but none of them satisfy him for long. He does seem to enjoy pushing people's buttons. He takes pride in his nightclub and doesn't react to anyone meddling in his affairs. Yeah, and that's all they have about him. Okay.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay. Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen, Georgie? How did it get...
He's dying.
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff?
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
I'm trying to help you here.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What? He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then? You fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out. The both of you can go rot in hell.
Georgie.
You think I'm the one to fucking blame?
That's not what I meant. I was just...
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you made up your mind.
You just confess.
Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not.
He literally just confessed.
But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
Those his
but what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options, like it was that simple.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you, you don't know the fuck about anything.
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know that. But did it have to be like this?
Wait, so you've been helping this asshole? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you, sometimes all your options are shit. What the fuck are you supposed to do then?
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
Just shut up.
Vivian, I'm not gonna kill you.
I know that.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking...
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them?
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
Oh my God.
No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian! Shit!
Damn it!
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh.
Wow.
Oh, fuck!
Get up.
And he's dying too.
Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that.
Didn't Bigby
Just make
do that?
sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright? For both of us. You know the bastard deserves it. Make a promise to a dying man.
Don't worry about the Crooked Man.
Old foundry by the river, all right? Sheppard Metalworks. He'll be there. fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first?
Are they
Rip my
serious?
limbs off
They're
one
really
by
gonna
one.
give you a chance to
That's
do
what
that
you
to
want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get it over with. I'm not sticking around for much longer.
You deserve worse than this, Georgie.
I suppose you're right. No more games, all right. We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did. Let's not draw this out.
Killing him is not showing him mercy, bro. He was gonna die anyways. Let's just say this. I didn't choose that to make him suffer. I chose that to not make Bigby even more of a killer. Because the last thing anyone needs to do is come and find Georgie's body with Bigby's like claws in him. You know? I feel bad for both of them. Let me make that clear. Like, I sympathize both Vivian and Georgie because obviously pressure makes people do things they don't want to do. They had a dream, they wanted their own place, the crooked man got involved, and they lost sight of who they were. I get that, but at some point you have to have a conscience, and you didn't have a conscience when you thought the crooked man was in your corner. You didn't care until he showed his card and you gave him all the cards to play. You let him control the situation, and once he played his card, that's when Georgie was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna throw me to the wolf? Like, I can't feel bad for you for, you know, bringing that on yourself. And then once again, there at the end, it wasn't about making him suffer.
What?
It was just
You're
about,
just gonna leave me here?
like, I'm not
I can't.
Yeah,
do it,
exactly. I can't kill anyone else.
I can't take another
exactly.
life.
You selfish bastard.
That's all that was. I couldn't kill anyone else.
Piece of shit.
And I feel for Georgie that no one wants to go like that. You see the love of your life die, and then that's the last thing you see before you die, and you don't even know if you're gonna get justice. But that's why we have to make our own choices in life, bro. No matter how bad the situation is, you can't give up your freedom to somebody else just to feel like you're free. That's what Georgie did, and he brought Vivian into it. My curiosity, though, is now that Vivian has, and I don't mean to over talk at this point, guys. It's just that's a serious moment in this story up to this point. It's just now that Vivian has removed the curse, does that mean Nerissa is free too? Much of Vivian's past is unknown since she prefers not to talk about her life back in the homelands. She wanted to start fresh in Fabletown, but she finds herself working for Georgie at the Pudding and Pie. It's not a terrible life. Georgie took a liking to Vivian, so he doesn't make her take jobs at the Open Arms. Instead, she plays hostess and helps Georgie But oh, here we go, there's more. Vivian was the first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would result in death, and any attempt to talk about it was thwarted by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas from him to leave it alone, one night while she was sleeping, he attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, preferring the safety of isolation to risk of another betrayal. And that's why she was so triggered in that moment with Georgie. It's like, my husband already betrayed me, and I entrusted this to you. Even though I didn't tell you, I entrusted this secret to you, and you told my secret. So I see why she was so triggered in that moment now. Because to me, it was like, I made it clear, like, I wasn't going to try and pull the ribbon. Like, it was inferred. Like, after Faith and Lily, it was like, of course, the ribbon pulling it means death. I just didn't realize it would have possibly freed Nerissa, too. So, hopefully we'll see Nerissa before the end of the story, and we can find out what happens to her. But very interesting. We're very, very interesting. Sorry for the detailed breakdown there, but I like to explain my thoughts as I'm making decisions. That's what makes it a reaction, you know?
Bigby Wolf.
What is this, Batman? A steel mill in the middle of a city? Is Fabletown in Gotham?
You used to be something.
Oh, this is where he runs his operation. Okay. Okay, so they've been watching. They've been watching the girls. They've been watching me in snow. Well, she can just do this through mirrors, so that makes sense.
They used to fear you.
That's how he has so much. That's how he has so much intel. Anywhere
They'd
there's
hide
a mirror.
anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Bloody Mary is there. These controls are like really crazy right now. Silver bullets.
Silver.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Cut this shit out!
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Okay. Let's see how this fight's gonna go. I see how this fight's
Oh, come on!
Right.
Is that the best you can do?
This is a fight to the death. You don't just bring someone's mother's poems into the argument and think things are gonna go smoothly. Like, no, one of us has to die after that comment. Not to mention, she damn near killed me 2 episodes ago. One of us gotta go. Go where I saw her last. Better Wolf, Bigby or Daniel Diaz? Ooh, that's a great question. The Diaz brothers versus Bigby the werewolf. Not Bigby the werewolf. Bigby the wolf. lock in. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Loki snuck me right there. I don't think this is something I can prevent. I don't think. I don't think even if I get it,
come out and face
I
me.
can prevent it. Oh. Okay, this is her true form. Okay. W reveal. That's a nice reveal. Ooh. She's in her full form, I'm in my full form. No silver shells this time. I got 1v1, hand to hand, let's go. Oh, she's finna jump. Oh, that's weak, Bloody Mary. She gonna jump me. What is this, Naruto? Is it Shadow Clone? This is weak. She's jumping me. He was already in his max form. First of all, that was absolutely insane. All right, two things. First of all, that was absolutely insane. Three things. Second of all, is she actually dead? Can you kill a mirror? And third of all, the fact that the woodsman beat him. Shout out to the woodsman, yeah. The woodsman, I don't know if you guys can hear my hands clapping. Pause. I feel like I still need to pause that, but the woodsman, you know, if you beat Bigby in that form, salute.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds.
Get that out my face,
I won't
man.
miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
He wants to
the
talk his way out of it.
Calling for your execution. Why would you want me to
They
bring
won't.
you back
He's gonna
there?
talk his way out
Why
of it.
don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
I can't kill him.
I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
Even if I wanted
to,
I
something
can't.
stupid, like murder me.
The game is baiting me, but I can't kill him.
You won't get your answers, but you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
Because the town is just gonna paint me as the big bad wolf.
And I worry you're not thinking of the. Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie. He's
Under
dead,
your
isn't
orders.
he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
To bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Honestly, he should die just for that outfit, but I should execute him on the spot just for that.
All right, let's go.
Orange
Hand over the
turtleneck
gun.
with a gold
I
chain.
think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind.
But I know
What do you
that I know
say?
he's gonna find a way to talk his talking. He's gonna find
I'm
a
sure
find
Miss
a way
White
to
will
talk
be pleased.
his way out of this.
Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
Man, shut up. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
You're under arrest.
He's gonna
You'll
use
be given
that
a
as-
trial in front
I
of your
shouldn't have done
peers.
that.
And your punishment
Police
will
brutality.
follow.
That's what he's gonna say. Shouldn't have broke his nose, but boy, did I want to kill him. There's just something about street justice in a situation like that, because once again, you sometimes judge, jury, and executioner. You don't have to worry about this dude getting off.
When is this thing
but
happening?
at the same time, that's not justice.
Yes,
Justice
you'll have an
is
opportunity
a
to-
fair trial. He deserves the right to defend himself, even though
He's
he's
back.
just a slime ball that's gonna play up on how bad the government in Fabletown has been and why he's been more helpful than they have been through his business ventures. But
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
And then plus, Snow has been a wild card. Since she came into power, she's been a wild card too. So
it doesn't matter.
I don't even know.
We got him.
We can talk about it later.
So many different factors.
You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
That I didn't kill anyone. That's what she wanted to say.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister!
What do you have to say for
Where
yourself?
the fuck do you get off? You think you have the right to just do this to people? You're a fucking crook!
This? You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of Faith and...
As I already informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute.
Use Georgie's
so you're
death to
saying
his
Georgie's
advantage.
the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
The rest of the charges are more than enough to deserve
We
execution.
all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
ground.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get on
but
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
He's gonna play on how all the wrongs
You
I've
have
done
the
to
floor.
people throughout this investigation.
Thank you, Miss White. You've
All
all
the
met
mistakes we've
Georgie.
made, here it
I
comes.
don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
Georgie's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all in line.
You forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
To take advantage of you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really?
That's not really what I wanted
What
to
about
say.
Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself.
This has
and
nothing
what
to
did
do
they
with...
do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk about this.
Oh, we're not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that...
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Where is Crane?
And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him.
He only want to clear his debt.
But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Even Auntie Greenleaf came over. Because now that I think about it, I didn't wrong anyone that's standing behind us, so that's probably why.
The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. It just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Yes, you're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is hardly...
They were there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it internally.
Why would she say that?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
You're the one on trial here. Don't try to turn this around on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about.
Gosh, here
We
they go.
lashed our ropes to this diseased world.
And they
ever
all
since,
shut up when he
which one of
starts
us has
talking,
been
though?
there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will
And then put
dare
you in
challenge
debt.
their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Ooh!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body.
Because she
Did
broke
you
the
kill her?
curse.
Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I
didn't know that. See,
My
he didn't
name
know
is
that.
Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of
He
you.
just couldn't talk.
The
and
only
he
two
did-
people.
He... Yo, that was fire. I'm sorry for pausing, y'all. He didn't know that Vivian died. He only knew that Georgie died. So he didn't know the curse was lifted. Ooh!
Well, whoever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What,
True
you take
colors.
2
Look at
people's
true
lives
colors.
away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
Wait!
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed?
So we get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you
It's
sure?
no hating,
This
bruh.
isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's
She
your
hates
call.
the idea of me having
no-
more authority
Just
than her.
do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think
Look
is
at the
right.
third.
Teach him
Look
a
at
fucking
the.
lesson.
No.
Look at the blue option. Rip him apart. Could you imagine after everything that I've done as Bigby and tried to clean up Bigby's image that right here he just absolutely tears him apart? Oh my god.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh, they didn't let me choose. They didn't let me choose. He tried to take me out with him.
I hope you all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep. Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't
what
be serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it. Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's
So
just
she
call it even.
Who is he?
Hey, Sheriff. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
I'll explain why I didn't kill him towards the end.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're
See,
late.
she doesn't like the idea of me having more authority than her, so now I'm back to being the lapdog. And everybody in the town is looking. You saw, like, I love that scene right there when everybody in the town was standing behind Bigby looking at Snow, and Snow was just as flustered as Crane was when he was in charge. And then how in the first episode Bigby walks past the line and goes right into the office, and now Bluebeard just did the same thing. It's more of the same. And that was part of the reason why I decided not to kill the Crooked Man. But once again, I'll explain more after.
I'm going. Jesus.
I almost forgot about
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Come on, Colin.
I'm walking, all right? Calm down.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
That's real nice.
She said it was pretty.
That's everybody.
Colin is pissed. I know that.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Something's telling me the farm will be involved in part 2.
I'm sorry, Colin.
You got another one of those? How about a smoke for the road? One last time? Can't be easy getting cigs up at the farm. Thanks, Bigby. Always a gentleman, aren't you, Bigby?
Colin's my guy, man. Colin kept it real.
I guess I'll see you around. Stay out of trouble, okay? If you even can.
I can't make any promises.
Yeah, me neither.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just... Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Marissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy.
That's why
for all
they
of
killed
us.
the girls.
I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess it worked out in the end. I can't hold that against you.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
I'm sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Aww.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
What? Wait, what did that all mean at the end? It all they went through that so fast. What did that all mean? All right, we might have to do a reaction video. We might have to do a we might have to look at alternate endings, y'all. We might have to, or what the ending meant right there. What did that mean? Okay, so what did you do to Georgie? You and 45% of players left Georgie to die. Once again, I explained that when that happened. Did you give Crooked Man a trial? Yes, because we needed the town to see him for who he was. How did you punish the Crooked Man? I chose to imprison him. The only reason I chose not to kill him was to not be more of the same. I felt like if I killed him, then we just become judge, jury, and executioner the same way he was. And that is the change that Fabletown needed. Fabletown didn't need another Crooked Man, another person. Like, it didn't need a pyramid of just people saying, okay, I'm the big bad wolf. I'm the scariest guy in town, so listen to me and you do what I say. There has to be justice, and there has to be punishments that make Fables feel like they're not just pieces of meat, basically, which is how the Crooked Man treated everyone. And that's how they all felt about Bigby, was just like, if I don't do what he says, he's gonna kill me. Like, no, you have to fear your punishment. And it's not the person carrying out the punishment, it's the punishment for the crime that you committed. Last words to I mean, who wouldn't accept TJ's gift? Last words, I hope I've done some good here. And it says she remembers that, so I wonder what that means. You beat him while he was down. You fought him after the interrogation. Sent him to the farm. I killed them. That was like a heat of the moment decision. I was just caught up in the game. Imprisoned the Crooked Man. Smashed up the place. showed her the photo, and gave her the money. Okay. 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 Oh, my camera's not connected. Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. I was gonna come on camera for the end here, but it's not connected for some reason. Give me a second. I think it's not plugged in. Okay, there I am. There we go. All right, what's good, y'all? So there it is, everyone. That is the Wolf Among Us. Yeah, that was the Wolf Among Us. Amazing game. Amazing art style, great story, great characters, great protagonists. And I just love when games do an alternate, like, reality of characters that we already know, and I think this game did a great job with it. Once again, I'm really looking forward to part 2. I wonder how that ending plays into part 2. I know we don't know too much about part 2 or what's expected in the plot, but I think it's great now that we've played this game here on the channel. We can pick up right from here once part 2 drops. And as far as the streams go, I know I stayed off camera for these videos, but this was actually one of the, as far as getting new village members, people coming in, hanging out for the streams, watching the channel for the first time. This is one of the bigger series here on the channel. So I do want to thank everybody who came along for the ride. If you enjoy the series, thank you. There's definitely more on the way, more decision-based games on the way, and luckily more Telltale games on the way now that Telltale is back. So as far as what's next on the channel, we're going to be finishing up Resident Evil 2 this week, so feel free to hang out for that. We're going to be starting House of Ashes. We're going to do that for Halloween as a decision-based game, and I started working on it before the stream, but we're also going to be doing some VR Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and I'll probably sprinkle some random horror games in there too. So thank you guys for everybody who hung out for this series once again. If you did enjoy it, I appreciate everyone who hit the like button, hit the subscribe. And it's always cool wrapping up another game in another series, because it's like, okay, look at what we just did, and then we get to jump right into the new one with like blind eyes, clear heart, can't lose, whatever. So yeah, so thank you guys, and I'll be back on Thursday hopefully. So until the next stream and until the next video, appreciate each and every one of you guys, and peace out.